Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So this is one of my favorite times. This is when the supermarkets are dropping their vegetables to 8 and 15 pence. This only happens literally twice a year. Once before Christmas and once before Easter. And if you follow the channel, I've done a video last year where we talked about the best way of preserving or keeping those vegetables fresh, because I had loads of questions, and people at the same time were also worried about the dates on the vegetables. And then literally the other day I had a couple of messages, people asking whether I'm going to be doing something with the veg this year and if we're aware what sort of vegetables they are. Well, strangely enough, they actually change up the vegetables, and I think it seems to be every year they give you a different veg. There's a little bit of variety, and generally one of the supermarkets, one or two, introduce some other different veg to make them stand out from the rest. So last year I know Lidl did some shallot onions, which I bought, and actually I still have some in the fridge, which they store really well. But nonetheless, guys, I had the messages and saying like, am I going to be doing some dehydrating, that kind of thing? Well, absolutely. As a prepper, this is a perfect time. We all know, guys, is cost of living crisis is through the roof. Price of everything is going up through the roof. And even the vegetables, the prices are becoming absolutely ridiculous. So if you are kind of with the, with the prepper's mindset and you do like to sort of keep your pantry full, this is kind of the good times to be able to do this. But unfortunately, you only have sort of 5 days to be able to go out and buy stuff, because as I said, it finishes on the 21st and the prices then will go back to the full prices. But nonetheless, the prices are between 8 and 15 pence, and as I understand that every supermarket's doing them, but the prices do vary between them. So Lidl, which normally did the 15p last year, they're now doing between 8 and 15 pence. So this year in Lidl, which I think is probably one of the better supermarkets potentially to get things, is they're doing some parsnips, some carrots, some fine beans, and spring onions and a Swede. And everything is 8p apart from the fine beans and spring onions, surprisingly enough. But another thing as well, they are now actually introduced a 3 limit per customer, which they haven't done before. This is the first time ever. And so far, Tesco's and Asda are a-okay. There is no restrictions, but their prices are, Tesco's are 15 pence and Asda 8p. Again, Asda have everything. They have potatoes, they have Swede, they have broccoli, they have a parsnips, and they have carrots. And Tesco's literally have, looks like a bare minimum. They have the carrots, but don't have potatoes, carrots, parsnips, and I think Swede, and they're 15p, and that's that. So again, the reason I'm bringing out this video, just to cover a few things and to let you know what I'm going to be doing, because I wanted to kind of jazz this up. As a preparedness, we all say, yes, we dehydrate things, which I go through that for you quickly in a minute. But genuinely, the other things that we could be doing to preserve the fresh produce. Of course, you can freeze that, it goes without saying. But nonetheless, there's other bits I will be introducing onto the channel to guys basically sharing you some other ideas preserving that kind of stuff. So I'm just briefly gonna go through, in case you haven't seen that video a good few months back. But dehydrating, okay, I'm gonna start with the potatoes. You can freeze potatoes, obviously, and you can dehydrate them really easily. Here's example here. Again, I've done a video on dehydrating potatoes, and I'll try to put all of those videos of the things that I did, guys, down in the description so you can flick through, because on the channel there's kind of loads and loads of things up there. But anyway, in the description I put the videos there for you to have a look. Things like the Swede, you can also dehydrate that as well. It's not particularly that flavorful, so for freezing probably better, but it does dehydrate really well, like all of the other vegetables. Same thing with the broccoli. Okay, you can make yourself a broccoli pesto, which was absolutely amazing. And of course, you can dehydrate that as well. The same goes for the parsnips and the carrots. So here, for example, you might think, what on earth would you do with that? Well, this is the dehydrated broccoli. This is the dehydrated parsnips. And this is the mixed vegetables. I think I've got carrots, broccoli, and I think parsnips as well. They're the mixed vegetables for rice. So if you are, again, of a prepper mindset and would like to make yourself some emergency ready-to-eat dry meals, okay, then you can make something like dehydrated rice, dehydrated vegetables, add on a little bit of seasoning, and seal that in a jar. So all you need, some boiling water, put the lid on, leave it for 2 minutes, and you have yourself a homemade emergency meal. Things like a spring onion, which they haven't had last year, they do look a little bit sad, I must say, but spring onions, right? You can put them in water if you just want to keep them for longer. They will kind of perk up a little bit and they'll just continue kind of growing, and you can harvest them as you go. only harvesting the green part, not the bottom part, because it will end up going manky. But the thing is with the spring onions, guys, you can actually make a spring onion salt, which is really, really lovely. It's pretty much the same way as dehydrating, but I normally blitz the salt and the spring onion together. You spread this on a sheet and then dehydrate them, and the result will be a very nice, really light green color salt that has very sort of really light onion flavor, which goes absolutely lovely on breakfast eggs. It just goes really, really well. But nonetheless, it is something different that you can make with that. When we're talking about the beans, the green beans, right? Of course, there's loads of things you can do with that. You can freeze them, make sure you blanch them first. You can can the green beans if you do want to, but of course you have to get few of them to warrant your running your canner. But there are obviously limitations of 3, so if you really wanted to do this, maybe have a couple of you go in there and just pick up some and do that. But this year I'm going to be doing something different. I am growing my own beans, as you've seen, actually inside the house and the outside as well. But okay, I'm going to be sharing with you a recipe of how to basically pickle the fine green beans. They turn out to be really, really tasty. Generally, I don't do this that often because they are expensive when you buy them, and I haven't grown enough to be able to have like a huge surplus, but it does taste really well. So this is something I will be sharing with you on my channel. So just please bear with me. If something that you'd be interested in, please subscribe, bell notification, you won't miss the video when that comes out. And another really exciting thing, right, is carrots. Okay, yes, dehydrate them, freeze them, do that kind of thing. But again, I'm going to share with you a very nice Korean salad recipe. Okay, it's not a shelf stable. Okay, it is something that you'll keep in your fridge for a few weeks, but still, nonetheless, it is fairly stable in the fridge, so it will prolong your carrots for a while. But it is super, super tasty. And once you try that, I think you'd be kind of addicted to that, and you'd be wanting to eat this all the time. And then again, time permitting, before the Easter time, I'll try to share with you the recipe, similar recipe, but for actually fermenting the carrot salad as well. This gives us something slightly different in our preparedness pantry, or even just in the fridge. So there we are, guys. This is just a brief, really a heads up video, because I know many of us are really struggling now, because money is tight at the moment with pretty much a lot of people, because electricity is up, everything's up. So yes, it is, however ethical and unethical it is, the cheap vegetables going in the supermarket, it's time to really get going and fill your prepper pantry, because I can assure you guys that those prices obviously won't last past that. Prices will go up, and again, with the predicted increases and potentially shortages, this is maybe why Lidl introducing the maximum per 3. I don't know, who knows what's going to be happening. So it's just a perfect opportunity just to grab some veg, process them whatever way you guys can. As I said, check out some videos there, get some ideas, that kind of thing, and hopefully they'll help you out a bit. So anyway, well, hopefully you find this video helpful. Don't forget, thumbs up, subscribe if you're not a subscriber, and I shall see you in the next one. Bye bye.